Alright guys, so today we're going to be checking out something about Dr. Bright. And if you guys know a little bit about Dr. Bright, you know that Dr. Bright isn't exactly all that he seems to be. Dr. Bright is... he's not an SCP. The amulet that he wears is an SCP, I fully believe. And Dr. Bright can't die. Unfortunately for him, the amulet contains... I don't know, his consciousness. So anytime somebody picks it up, it's able to transmit his consciousness into another body. Now, one of the things that really surprised me when I was watching the SCP entitled "Oh Death," I can't remember now. See, numbers. Me and numbers don't get along. They just don't. I know 49, I'm really starting to remember 79, 231, things like that, and 5,000, just because, hey, it's 5,000, and Bigfoot 1,000. But others, it takes me a second. I usually will try to, I'll pause the video or something like that and flip over just so I make sure I'm thinking about the right SCP when it comes to certain things that come up. But Dr. Bright in and of himself, I think he just does stuff to amuse himself. So there we go. But this was made by SCP Illustrated, and it's called Dr. Sprite. Dr. Sprite. I'm an idiot. Dr. Bright loses his spark. This was requested by Judas A. Merrick in the Request for Reaction channel, which has now been shut down. If you want to request some reactions, please check out the other reaction request channels in the Discord. But I know this was requested a little while ago in the SCP reactions, so we're gonna go ahead and watch this one. This was done by SCP Illustrated, who I say it's the big three. I say, as far as SCP content is concerned, you have the Vulcan, you have SCP Illustrated, and you have the Exploring series. Those are the best three that I have seen so far. There's story and animation, and there's also Dr. Bob, but I haven't seen that much of Dr. Bob. But I do really, really value SCP Illustrated for any kind of information when it comes to this stuff, because he puts a lot of effort into this, and eventually I'm gonna be starting to do this. In fact, I reached out a couple of feelers recently, and I'm hoping to hear back some stuff, because I want to start doing my own lore videos for SCP, and I'm hoping to have a little bit of free time to do that in the next couple of weeks. As far as projects that I have going on, I just finished recording something that I need to start editing. And I got 5 scripts I'm working on, guys. I don't know when I'm gonna get any of them finished. One is finished. The Gog Van Dyer is finished. I just have to get the hospitaler in the mood to come in here and sit down and record. Let her know. Anyhow, yeah. And I have decided on the next topic for a 5-ish minute lore. It was requested almost immediately after I posted the last 5-ish minute lore on our good old friend Grizzguts, and it was on the Last Chancers. So I'm going to do a 5-minute lore on the Last Chancers. I just need to sit down and start writing it. I'm an idiot. You guys know this. In any case, let's get into it. Dr. Bright loses his spark. And since we're chill, I'm going to set the mood lighting for this. And we're just going to go blue. Because I got a feeling this is going to be a sad, sad video about Dr. Bright. Dr. Bright, if you guys have a chance, look up the things that Dr. Bright is not allowed to do at the Foundation. I cried laughing at that. In any case, let's go. Here we go. Oh, and before I even start with this, guys, all of SCP Illustrated's links are going to be in the description down below. Guys, go give the guy a subscribe if you guys enjoy this content. Seriously. Seriously. Because it only gets better. Blue. Yay.
Good day everyone and welcome back to SCP Illustrated, entry log 100. Yep, this video marks 100 data entries, and also coincidentally,
Nice.
this video marks 1 year that I've been working on this channel full time, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, to celebrate 100 entries, I have done a special Dr. Bright video for you all that looks at a number of the SCPs that I've covered over the last few years. It doesn't cover all of them, and the rules are not wiki legit, it's just a bit of fun. It's an excuse for us all just to kit back and forget about all the seriousness for a bit, and just have a muse over some of Dr. Bright's absurd shenanigans. Just so you know, this video contains blood, violence, drug use, partial nudity, bad language, self-destruction, and some erotic fanfiction.
Because it's about Dr. Bright, of course it does. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I started ranking my not ranking. I started listing my 5-ish minute lores by episode number. Oh my god, I've done a good amount of those. So yeah, shutting up. Moving on.
Without further ado, let's begin.
He looks so depressed. There's the amulet I was talking about. 999. He's such a good boy.
The following data release has been authorised by the following council members and administration staff.
Let's hear it.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to send D-Class personnel through the SCP.
Yes. Yes. Great. So this is going to be another one of those. Yay.
SCP-2935 cave in the hope of annihilating the fuckers who gave 682 back to us. Genocide on a worldwide scale is not okay. Dr. Bright is not allowed to claim that the D-Class that destroyed SCP-1983 was the original inspiration for Doom Guy.
Why?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to use SCP-2385 to educate anybody on the birds and the bees.
I really don't want to know.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to encase SCP-173 in lead, steel, or concrete in a vain attempt to contain him. He'll break out eventually. He always does. Dr. Bright is not allowed to use the Gate Guardian to dispose of anything. Previous transgressions have included his old fridge, a written-off car, barrels of radioactive waste, annoying D-Class personnel, dark matter, antimatter, and several other forms of matter that are unknown because Bright destroyed them.
I don't care if I've heard some of these before, they're still great.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to throw SCP-432 into the sea with the doors open.
Oh, why not?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to sell tickets to see the shadows of the dead.
Oof.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to refer to SCP-2521 as any of the following: Long-Armed Lenny, Ribbon Ryan, Slivery Stephen, or Tentacles Tommy.
I don't know what that SCP
Dr.
is.
Bright is not allowed to spread rumours of a planet covered in SCP-173. Dr. Bright is also not allowed to scare the D-Class into believing they will go there if they disobey orders.
But why not? This would be my absolute worst nightmare. I hate 173 so much. If you don't know why, I had to do a birthday stream, and the hospitaler forced me into it, and while I was in there, 173 became the subject of all my hatred.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to use SCP-162 to create his own Lucille from The Walking Dead.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to shoot SCP-3000 with a spear gun. Not even a huge spear gun. Or a chainsaw cannon. Or any kind of weapon for that fact. Dr. Bright is not allowed to utilise SCP-718 as a way of seeing out the back of his own head.
What?
Besides the clear containment breach, it's downright creepy.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to use D-Class personnel as a way of playing fetch with SCP-1111-1.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to do anything in regards to SCP-835.
I don't want to know.
Chainsaw cannons are still not the answer to everything.
Yes, they are. Yes, they very much are. Chainsaw cannons are the way of the future. Let's go.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to do any of the following to SCP-682.
It's 682 must want to kill Dr. Bright.
Drop him into a black hole.
Come on.
Drop him into the sun.
Do it.
Drop him into Earth's core.
Do it.
Drop him down SCP-2915.
Don't know why.
Launch him into space. Or launch him at SCP-2399.
2399 is the malfunctioning destroyer, I think. I'm trying to remember why that would be a fucking horrible idea. I'm gonna shut up now.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to chain D-Class personnel to SCP-682's tail. There is absolutely no logical reason for this.
Why would you?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to read SCP-682 bedtime stories. Dr. Bright is not allowed to ride SCP-682. He's a psychopathic homicidal beast, not a horse.
Come on.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to use SCP-184 to make anything bigger. Your infant desk drawer contains several dangerous objects which are now on the loose.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to give object classes to his own body part.
We've all... Oh, never mind.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to have a sing-off with SCP-2915.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to project images of SCP-096 anywhere ever again. That business with SCP-173 was a disaster.
There's been verses. I need to watch the verses thing. I really, really do.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to feed chocolate
Stop
or any kind of
it.
confectionery to SCP-682, especially a chocolate fountain that doubles as a swarm of carnivorous ants.
Leave 682 alone, Dr. Bright. Jesus Christ.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to make any kind of meat product out of SCP-610. Least of all, then sell it to those factories where they make those cheap ready meals.
I think The Flesh That Hates was one of the first SCP videos I ever watched. And it was easily one of the most disturbing. It was easily one of the most disturbing videos I watched. In fact, that it was... You guys introduced me to that very, very well. Introduced me to the whole concept of SCPs very well. Because... just based off the requests that I got for SCPs, I was first introduced to like, I believe I watched a couple of trailers, and then I watched The Flesh That Hates, and then I learned about the Sarkanids and the Church of the Broken God, and that the Sarkanids. Now, I could be wrong about this. But the and please don't take my word for it, because God knows I'm still trying to learn most of this stuff. But the Sarkanids have a vested interest in the flesh that hates. Shutting up, moving on.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to do anything to SCP-999. Leave it be.
Don't you mess with the boy. Don't you mess with that good boy.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to play the board game Operation of SCP-049. It's not enrichment, it's stupid, and SCP-049 has said several times he finds it demeaning. Dr. Bright is not allowed to serve SCP-1678-D in the cafeteria.
What?
You're also not allowed to have SCP-1678-A specimens as your own bodyguards.
Really? The Un-London? No.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to wear SCP-035 to any Halloween parties. In fact, just not at all.
God, it's so great now. Okay, What's this? The Hanged King. 35 might be one of the 4 people from the city that the Hanged King is from. Okay, so I'm
Dr.
tying
Bright
things
is not
together.
allowed to refer to SCP-1048 creations as his minions.
Oh, come on, why not?
Sorry, Bright, but you're not allowed your own Japanese cosplay raptor from SCP-1472.
What? Wait a minute, 1472. Didn't somebody say... Wait, hold on. Somebody said something about this, and I know I saw them. I think I saw it very, very recently. Let's see. Oh, no, it was not that. It was... Coleful 9698 said he would happily accept preemptive, current, and post-exemptive exterminatus if it meant I reacted to 1479, which is the puppy machine. And I've heard a lot of things about that so far, just from people DMing me. You sick, strange man. You sick, strange man.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to get baked until I can see the 4th dimension with the fake SCP-4099.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to terminate SCPs with a bomb vest.
Why not?
Admittedly, though, you've done us all a favour by terminating SCP-1155.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to fund a space program just so he can give roses to SCP-179. The only thing colder than the emptiness of space was the rejection you got from her. Worse still, she pointed at you. She identified you as a threat to Earth.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to authorise any SCP-682 termination attempts which involve SCP-106.
Come on, the old man.
That
Let's
would
go.
most likely result in a breach of secrecy, a possible XK, and a certain containment breach. The damage and number of casualties are incalculable. Dr. Bright is not allowed to make origami dragons and hang them from fishing line. Too soon, Bright. Too soon.
That has been changed since then.
Dr. Bright is not the leader of the Shark Punching Centre.
Oh, come on.
He is not the Shark Punching King. Sharks do not fear him. And he is not the oncoming storm of the shark world. Dr. Bright is not allowed to swim in SCP-354. Actually, you know what? Go for it. Maybe something will eat you. Dr. Bright is not allowed to bribe furry enthusiasts with SCP-3660.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to put any paper-based SCPs through a paper shredder. All researchers assigned to SCP-12 stand by for allocation to a new project.
What?
Dr. Bright successfully neutralised SCP-096 with a mirror. Well, I don't know what's with that. Dr. Bright... is to join us in the sunlight, so we can all be together again.
No.
Come back to us, Bright.
Nope. I think I know what that is, and no.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to impersonate the Smiling Man to scare SCP-507. That's just mean.
I will eventually get to the reluctant dimension hopper, guys. I will. I promise. I promise I'll get to him.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to hit any annoying SCPs with any kind of sports equipment. Researchers working with SCP-079 prepare for the assignment.
That's the hostile AI!
Dr. Bright is not allowed to ring SCP-513 to announce lunch break. Dr. Bright is not allowed to enter SCP-3008 just to experience infinite meatballs.
What?
You just hosed down SCP...
The infinite IKEA! How would they ever get him back?
469 with acid and radiation. Is dead.
What's 469?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to take selfies with SCP-1424 for easy likes, shares and retweets.
What?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to tame SCP-939 specimens
Oh,
into
no,
his
no,
own
no.
pets. They are not dogs. They are not doggos. They have nothing to do with McDonald's or ketchup.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything on 939 yet. I have not seen anything on 939 yet, but I know them well enough from the containment breach to be utterly horrified by them.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to graffiti the walls with any of the MTF field code symbols. You're lucky you weren't shot by the MTF after you put all those symbols up, followed by the don't trust the symbol symbol.
Dr. Bright and Volga just took SCP-1689 to Northern Ireland. I don't think we'll be getting that back anytime soon.
What? Wait, what?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to do anything, or to go anywhere near, or have anything to do with SCP-1471, ever. Also, you're not allowed to email this kind of artwork to anyone either.
Huh?
Dr. Bright is not allowed to take SCP-2295 to Build-A-Bear again.
How dare you!
Successfully traumatized the poor thing.
Why? Why?
SCP-973 reclassed. Neutralised.
What?
While it may or may not be true that Dr. Bright served alongside 051 in the siege of the factory, Dr. Bright is not allowed to use the Finders Keepers rule on any of the artifacts. Just because you were there does not mean you can own a finger-breaking hammer.
We've no idea how he did it, but Dr. Bright appears to have somehow fired Jupiter's moon, Io, at SCP-2399. Long story short, 2399 has been neutralised.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to attach any of the following to SCP-131A and B.
Leave him
Smoke
alone!
grenades, tear gas, flares, laughing gas bombs, stink bombs, audio recordings of SCP-096 screaming, audio recordings of SCP-682 saying pathetic, foghorns, reindeer antlers, tennis balls, or anything else for that matter. Just let them do their thing. Dr. Bright is not allowed to take SCP-049 and SCP-096 from containment for couples therapy sessions.
What? Would you leave the shy guy alone, please? I love the fact that the drawing for Dr. Bright has changed in every single thing because he's been killed so many damn times. Oh, if you guys want to, like, just look up 49 and 96, because, oh man, that was really, really sad. I have a lot. There's a lot I like about 49, not just because he's kind of the Volgan's. I'm saying he's the Volgan's character flat out, in as far as SCP goes. But it was very, very touching as far as 096 went, because the backstory that I do remember about 096 is very, very sad, and the doctor actually, it was leaving it alone, because that'll get me depressed, and this is a happy video.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to use SCP-053 as a human shield against SCP-682.
What?
And Dr. Bright is not allowed to impersonate an SCP-1861-B instance so he can stage a coup and take control of the submarine for his own purposes.
What?
And there we have it, everyone. That was the Dr. Bright 100th entry special. I really hope you liked this video. It was a ton of fun to make. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. I really enjoyed this drawing style too. You have no idea how satisfying it is for me to draw with black outlines for once. Next time, we have a guest artist. That's
nice.
Right. Another artist is joining me for a video, and this one is covering SCP-343. That one will be up and ready for you in a couple of weeks. Be sure to follow all the social media outlets for video updates. Be sure to check out the SCP Illustrated shop for...
I am seriously going to have to get some of his artwork as, like... I'm going to have to get some of his artwork, because he does such a good job. He does an absolutely fantastic job. I especially like his stuff on 682. And this picture right here is absolutely amazing. I love that. There's some other things in here, like some of his individual cover I'd really love to see. In any case, this is the reason why I like SCP Illustrated. And SCP in general. Sometimes it's just flat out silly. This one right here, though, now that we're done with the video, I'm going to talk a little bit about this, because this was an extremely, extremely touching story. Especially considering the Shy Guy is so outright and unbelievably dangerous. Considering how dangerous it is, but how tragic of a character is at the same time. I think the Shy Guy was one of my first real introductions to SCP. I can't remember what the, like, I need to go back. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do it real quick. If you guys have just recently started watching me, I've been watching a good amount of SCP over the past few months, and I've seen a couple of just breathtakingly good live action shows that people have put on. And that was my true real introduction. And let me see if I can't find it, because I'm actually looking now, and I'm an idiot, and you guys know this. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Hold on a second. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Was it Dollhouse? Or, oh no, it was 096. Okay, so guys, if you really want to see, like, if you really want to see something cool, just after you get done watching this, I've done a reaction to this. I really recommend you go take a look at the original before you look at anything else. But I think I watched Dollhouse. I watched the introduction to the SCP Foundation first, and then I watched, and that was the Exploring series. It's amazing how long ago. Well, it's only been 4 months since I started getting into SCP. But Dollhouse, Overlord, and then 096. Man, 096 short film by Mr. Clay is absolutely outstanding. So I really, highly recommend it. You guys watch that. In any case, like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Definitely go check out SCP Illustrated's channel. Go check out his merch, too, because I'm going to be putting that down in the description. Oh, God, so much to say. I like this video so much. I love it when SCP is fun. I love it when SCP is horrifying. The thing I like the most about it is just the sheer variety. There's things like this. There's things that are utterly terrifying. I'm gonna shut up and stop rambling, guys. All of SCP Illustrated's links are gonna be in the description down below, including to his merch store and his Patreon. So go check that out. And they're going to be next to my own links, including my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Discord. So if you guys want to request something for me to check out, pop into the Discord, head down to the request for reactions subsections, and there's requests for SCP, there's requests for Halo, requests for 40K, and other requests and long requests. And please, guys, if you have a long request that's longer than 45 minutes, just put it in the long request section. I'll get to it before the heat death of the universe. Or at least I'll try. In any case, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys next time. Have fun. And don't let Dr. Bright do anything. Just tell him to do his job.